Hey guys, hello YouTube. What's going on? How is everyone today? Happy Tuesday. We're always live on Tuesdays at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'm just going to load this up so we can make sure that I have the chat. Awesome. Okay, cool. So it looks like everything's working. My name is Lily Newhouse. I am a mindset coach for CEOs and poker pros. And today I want to talk about winning a circuit ring. This past week, I won a WSOP circuit ring, which is World Series of Poker. One of the most sought after trophies, at least in my life, in poker, and something I've been really wanting for a long time, but hadn't always aligned my actions to create that result. And I want to talk a little bit about that today, and then what I did to kind of line things up to work out for me. So not that we can control our luck, but we can put ourselves in an opportunity, in a position to maximize opportunity. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today, and how to manifest those kind of results. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're jumping on, say hello. Thanks, Jamin. Nice shirt. Yeah. This is the Drawing Dead vlog merch. You guys can look it up. Jamin Burton's poker vlog, if you don't know it. This merch is unavailable because it has my name on it. But yeah, our nanny put it in my son's clothing and it was missing for a while. And then he said, "Hey mom, this is your shirt." So it's back. So if you're jumping on, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how you found me. So today I want to talk about how did I actually create this result? How did I go from, just kind of a wish and a dream of what I want, which is where we all start, to actually manifesting it into my reality. And when I talk about manifestation, I'm not talking about magic. I'm not talking about sitting in a bathtub and wishing for $100,000 and it falls in your bank account. I'm talking about intentionally creating the life you want. And that's kind of what I mean when I say manifestation. It means having a desire, setting an intention to have it, aligning your actions to create it, and seeing that result in your physical reality. So this tournament was interesting. I'll back up a little bit. In around, I would say like 2013, 2014, 2015, I had become interested in pursuing tournaments as, part of my poker career. And I had always played cash games, always studied cash games. So I didn't really have that background to just jump into it. But I did start playing and had some success. I had some circuit final tables, very like minimal volume that I put in, but was starting to have some encouraging results. And back then poker was a little different. You didn't have to study solvers to win. I didn't know what a solver was at the time. So maybe it was an easier field, but anyway, I was starting to have some success and feeling good about it and really enjoying it. And then I sort of pigeonholed myself as a cash player and didn't believe that what I wanted to create in my life, in my career through tournaments was possible. And that was really being discouraged by people around me, not having people around me who believed in me, not having people around me who believed in my vision or understood my vision, or maybe the vision wasn't right for them, so they didn't understand how it was right for me, right? But really kind of not trusting myself with what I desired and being willing to go after it, even if I don't know if it's possible, right? I don't know if I'm going to create the results I want, but fuck it, I'm going to go after it, right? But I didn't do that. I didn't have the confidence in myself and my intuition and my understanding of my own alignment and my vision. I didn't trust myself. So I allowed myself to be swayed by other people's opinions about what was possible for me. And I pigeonholed myself as a cash player. So anyway, sorry, I just wanted to make sure this was working. It was paused on my thing. Okay, so fast forward. Well, okay. So yeah, so I had some success in, you know, in 2015, I made a deep run in the main event. And after that, tournaments were shut down for me. And it was just, I was like, okay, well, that's not a realistic path, you know, and that wasn't true for me, but I allowed it to be true for me because I was influenced by the people around me telling me what was possible for me. And so fast forward to now, and I have, you know, a relationship with someone who believes in me, who tells me you're good at this, you're work hard at it, you're talented, you're, you know, go after it, it's possible for you, right? Surrounding myself with other people who are working towards their vision of having these goals, you know, people who are aligned with my goals, people who are aligned with the habits that I want to create, people are making things happen for themselves in the intersection of their passions and their talents, right? So surrounding myself with the right people and really standing up for myself and saying, hey, this is something that I want. And I'm not going to look back. I don't want to look back and regret not going after it. You know, I don't want to look back and wonder what would have been possible for me if I had just tried, you know, if I had just given things a shot. So I think this process of manifestation is so important. And it starts with setting an intention. Now, for me, with winning a circuit ring, I set that intention, you know, in the past, long time ago, and then kind of abandoned that vision, and then reset this intention specifically a week before I won the tournament, where I actually posted on my Instagram story that that my intention was to win a tournament, this circuit series, and that was on January 7th, and I won the circuit tournament on January 14th. So that was my clear intention to the universe. Hey, I'm gonna make this happen. This is what I want. But then I released it. I wasn't every day in the tournament like, oh my God, if I don't win, my intention won't come true, or manifestation isn't real, or I can't have what I want if it doesn't happen. Like, I detached from the timeline. I took the aligned actions to make it happen for myself, right? I put myself in a position to win by putting myself in those fields, by playing, taking action, being willing to take that risk in the first place, right? I put myself in a position to win by starting studying and getting study buddies to hold me accountable to working on my game, by surrounding myself with people I could talk hands with people who know more than me, with people who are willing to help me in poker, right? So that's setting that attention and then aligning your actions with what's important for you, right? And then the next piece is unblocking your bullshit beliefs about why you can't have it, right? That's believing it's possible and holding the faith. And then you have to act like the person who gets to have it, right? So there's this kind of steps of be, do, have, right? You have to be the person, I guess for you guys, be, do, have. You have to be the person who is able to have what you want. So it starts with who you're being, and that translates into what you're doing. And then that creates what you have, right? So it starts with who you're being. It starts with embodying who you have to be to create these wins, right? Trusting the process then, right? After we unblock our bullshit beliefs about why we can't have it, we set that intention, we act like the person who gets to have it, and then we have to trust the process. We have to continue that repetitive action before we see the results, because those actions compound, right? Those actions, consistent action creates quantum leaps. Consistent action creates rapid growth at timeframes that we can't predict. Hey guys, hey Sarah, hey Poker Views, thank you guys so much for jumping on. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's so important to understand that, how do I want to say this? It's so important to understand that growth isn't linear, but action has to be to create exponential growth and to create periods of rapid growth, right? Your consistent action has to compound to be able to create those results. And that's how we create these quantum leaps in our life, in our results, in our success, in our net worth, in our you know, in our results, in everything that we do, we create this exponential result through the compound effect of repeating the right behaviors over and over. And if we're repeating the behaviors that align with what we want, the universe has no choice but to back us up, in my opinion, right? Like we are creating the evidence, we are creating the prerequisites, we are creating the path towards what we want. But part of that is trusting that we don't have to know how we're going to get there. Because if I had said, this is exactly how I need to get there, and then I would have been rigid about it, instead of being open to opportunity, to possibility, to receiving, to working, you know, I would, but it's so important to understand that. I think that we have to be consistent, and then we have to detach from how it happens. And this is how we create these periods of rapid growth. I mean, it's the same in the content world, right? Right. Oh, thanks, Jamin. You guys are really sweet. Thank you so much. I think it's the same in the content world, right? You have to be consistent with putting out, you know, valuable content to create a momentum in your followings, right? Or to create that one viral video, right? To create, but it's consistency. I mean, I've done hundreds and hundreds of live trainings and videos and have one that went viral and created, you know, the YouTube account that I have, right? So, but it's that consistency of aligned action towards what I want that gets me that period of quantum leap. It's the same thing on every platform, you know, and that's not to say that you have to have that viral growth in any area of your life, but it will happen for you, these leaps in results, as you align with what you want, as you become a match to the person who gets to have it. So that is what I wanted to share today. I hope that was valuable. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was such a cool training for me to talk about. I just love getting to talk about poker and the mindset behind it and how to create these results. I think it's so important to recognize some of these pieces that don't just come down to the X's and O's of strategy, but really come down to who we are being as people. So smash that like button on your way out if you haven't already. You can grab me on Instagram, check out all my content at Lily A. Newhouse. Thank you guys so much for watching. Join me on Tuesdays at 1:30 p.m. I will see you all